Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Weeknights. I am JD, aka He Who Pods. Glasses on today, so also rear view mirror.
And I'm Dash, aka Dashing D, aka the real king of R&B. Yep. And I'm here, you know? I'm here.
You
Back from
got
my appearance at the Met Gala.
you got your rear view mirrors on too. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Or are
I
those
do.
side mirrors? What you got? You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
that's a very long and upsetting story that we don't have time for. But yes, I have on my glasses today. My glasses that the people never put the anti-reflective lenses on that they were supposed to. So now when I sit in front of a screen and talk to people, I look so foolish because they can see everything on my screen. Anyway, the point is,
You got your college dropout shirt on. You know what I'm saying?
yes, I'm doing a little rugby today.
You know what I mean?
A little rugby stripe. Trying to, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's the glasses, or maybe it's the braids. Is it the braids?
Is it the braids? That's tomorrow. But anyway,
Oh, yep. For some of us.
are we potting in the morning or is there no pod tomorrow?
I was gonna ask you because you never said anything about that. I thought about
We'll
that
talk.
today.
Yeah, we'll figure that out off pod. All right, let's get into it. Met Gala.
Let's start with a white woman.
What? All I
I was
heard
like,
was you.
I
The
said,
clap took out whatever you said first.
I said, let's start with a white woman.
Oh,
Let's start there, and then we can move away from that.
all right. I
Oh
did
my gosh,
not expect that.
I hope I can find it. I saw it on TikTok, and I was like, Nicole, Nicole.
Kidman,
Yes, Kidman. Here's the thing, right?
Miss AMC.
Miss AMC should stay right over there at the movies. She should have stayed right over there at the movies. Let me tell you why. Here's the thing, right? When you're gonna when you're gonna do something and you don't really know about something, that's okay. I get it. People don't always understand the Met Gala theme,
I
right?
mean, there's people who I feel like every year there's a debacle.
Yes. People don't always understand. And it's not the way she was dressed. That's not at all what the problem was. The problem was she didn't know what the theme was and, in fact, thought that black dandy meant the color black. Nicole, we were talking about black people. Nicole. Nicole.
Oh man.
They were black dandy is in reference to black people, black men. Nicole, you pay people to do this. You don't even need to know what it is. All you need to do is have somebody give you the lines. You literally act for a living. You could have acted like you knew what the theme was. All you had to do was pay someone, anyone on your staff, to find out the information. So when you got up there and they asked you about the theme, you wouldn't say it's about black clothing. Yes, it is about black clothing, but black the people, not black the color.
I didn't know she said that, but all right.
She did. Oh, it was Lala. That makes it even funnier. It was Lala who was interviewing her. Lala Anthony.
To chat. Of course. So there are the Vogue live stream. Of course, you always come and talk to us. Absolutely. There are so many different ways to interpret this year's theme. So how did you bring it all to life? Because I love your look. I just wanted something very tailor-made for me. I spoke to Anna and she said, tailor-made, remember, that is the theme, tailor-made for you. And then this kind of was inspired in support of all of those gorgeous, gorgeous dandies, and the women that then honored them and supported them or protected them. So I'm happy to be here as one of them. Of course, and you've been to a few Mets, obviously. So what do you still look forward to when you come to the Met? I mean, it's just such it's lovely to just celebrate fashion and couture and tailoring, and particularly tonight the tailoring, because there's all the people behind the scenes who do all that beautiful work. And as with, I mean, when you really look at this theme, dandy is all about where you take a black suit and put a beautiful different button or something to where it's completely individual and made for you. Absolutely. Which I love. I love it too. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for having me, and I look forward to dancing tonight. Yes, it's going to be a fun night. I hear it's a good musical guest. Absolutely. So thanks for having me. Thank you. Okay. With the icon.
First of all, can we shout out Lala Anthony for being on the Vogue red carpet and interviewing people? Go Lala.
For the people who haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, she's wearing a black dress. A lot of people wore black. Nicole.
She should have said, "We come to this place.
we make movies better."
That's all she had to say. That's all she should have said. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to read this real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Okay. She got the tailored suit part right.
Mm-hmm.
But and this is on the Vogue website. I was gonna read the little Wikipedia blurb, but I'm gonna read from the Vogue website just so we're clear on what was happening on Monday night. It says, there is something undeniably magnetic about the sharp creases of a tailored suit, the gleam of polished leather shoes, the swish of a silk pocket square. But for Black dandyism, this isn't just about looking good, it's a declaration, a defiant reclaiming of space in a world that has long sought to define and confine Black, capital B, identity. So what exactly is Black dandyism? At its core, it's a fashion revolution, a movement steeped in history, resistance, and pride. But its impact stretches far beyond the sartorial. It's a cultural statement, an act of protest, and above all, an enduring celebration of individuality. With the 2025 Met Gala theme, superfine tailoring Black style, focusing on the pivotal role Black culture plays in shaping fashion, Black dandyism is receiving the global spotlight it has long deserved. Nicole. And then we can move on. Nicole. Black people. It's fine that you wore a black dress, but that wasn't the theme. That was not the theme. You got it right on the tailoring. You got it right on individualism. But what you didn't get right is that they were talking about Black people. Black people, Nicole. Not the color black.
Not the color black.
Go back to AMC. Go do the movies.
That's it. We come to a place.
And I thought the dress looked horrible, just in case anybody was wondering. I hated the dress, but, you know, that's fine. Yes, I am one of the people who watch these people in these way too expensive outfits and critique them. Yes, I'm not a stylist. I'm just here in a little rugby shirt and glasses that aren't reflecting properly. And it's fine. It's fine, because you know what? I don't have to be up there. But if I was up there, I would have known that it wasn't about Black clothing. It was about Black clothing. Capital B. We can move on. Unless you have something to say about your girl. We make movies better.
We make movies better.
Now you gotta
That's all I gotta say.
We make movies better.
We come to this place.
Right.
Beautiful images on a big silver screen.
Somebody said she should have worn the suit from.
That's all she had to do.
Because it would have worked. It would have made sense. It
would have had that same suit in black, and that's it.
It would have worked. It would have made sense. And you know what? She could have talked more about how she felt like this suit was indicative of the theme and not talked anything about black
That's
clothing.
it. That's it.
Capital B, Nicole. Anyway,
That's it.
you thought Janelle Monáe looked good?
Yeah,
So what are you about to
I
say?
thought she killed it. Yeah.
She did. Did you see the reveal? Because you know it was a two-parter. She had like a cloak or a cape on and then took
I
it
saw the
off.
suit with the.
Yes. So the
I
cape she
never
had
saw the
on,
cloak.
it was basically what the suit looked like, but it was like over the suit, and then she took it off, and it was the suit.
Ah, okay.
A few people did that.
I didn't see that.
Coleman
Well,
Coleman Domingo did something similar where he had on a cape, and he took it off, and then he was in this black and white tailored suit.
ah, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Hmm.
Well, somebody who did not wear black.
Who's that? Because I have a list of things we need to discuss.
All right, well, let's get to it. King Pusha T.
Yep.
He wore a lovely pinstripe burgundy suit,
Hmm.
quite stylish, but he made sure to put rhinestones all over that looked like snow.
Yes.
And it went crazy on the internet.
It did.
Um,
Because people know how he rolls.
someone said he was wearing a triple entendre.
Yep.
Someone said he gonna say he got residue from the pack on his suit and
Yep.
wore it to the Met and do that sound effect on his album,
Yep.
and people low key gonna lose it.
Yep.
My favorite one
Is it the one where somebody said they're waiting for him to drop the verse about the Met Gala and the snow?
is my favorite one. Just people saying obvious shit. Is that Pusha T sprinkled some snow on his shoulders as a reminder of his drug dealing days.
Yeah. 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 A lot of people said that, and a lot of people said, can't wait for him to release some music because he's gonna mention this. He tries to find any way he can to remind you he was a drug dealer.
Right.
So yeah. So thought that was
Listen, Pusha T
Nicole.
has been on
Sorry. I just sorry. Um but yeah, he
Pusha
looked
T Pusha T
good.
on brand. I think it's hilarious, but I think it's on brand.
Yeah. I didn't like the fit of the suit.
I got
But
nothing, you know.
no, it was a nice suit. I just didn't like the fit of the suit on him, but that's fine. I don't think he looked terrible. I don't think he looked like Nicole Kidman.
Okay.
So,
What's on your list? Let's go to your list.
okay, well, one of the
Because
biggest
my
things.
list is done until we get to the next topic.
Okay, so I did mention Coleman Domingo. I know there was a lot of speculation, not that it's any of our business, about Coleman Domingo's marital status, but Coleman Domingo did bring his husband to the Met Gala. If y'all noticed, I don't know if y'all noticed, but he did. I thought that was cool. Like they were out there taking pictures together and whatnot, and I said, "Oh, okay, good for you, Coleman. All
Well,
right,
that's great.
co-chair, Met Gala co-chair. Coming out here
Yeah,
with the
that's
boo
what's up.
thing. I like that.
As you should.
Yeah, it's the Met Gala. Okay, so, and then Zendaya. Okay, I know, I'm doing more of like the blogs right now, but it's the Met Gala, so we got to talk about the fashion just a little bit, okay? Zendaya shows up in a white suit, very nicely tailored, and a hat, matching hat. Someone else, I don't know this woman's name, I'm so sorry, and I feel like I should know who this person is, shows up in a very similar look. Basically the same thing. Not the same, but the same. Like, probably not the same designers, because if it was the same designer, they would never do that. So, probably different designers. Some of the tailoring is a little bit different, but same look. I have a question that no one can answer, and I know you can't answer, but I'm going to ask it, and then we're going to move on. What happened, La Roche? What happened? Say something. if you see this and Laura Roach said something and I missed it, please put it in our comments because this is bizarre that this happened. Zendaya is a huge, huge star. Huge. We just found out she's the highest paid black woman in television.
That's
And
right.
someone else showed up to the Met Gala in the same outfit as her. Unheard of. I don't know what happened. And she's got one of the baddest stylists in the game. I don't know what happened there. But, you know, justice for Zendaya because she shouldn't be showing up to any red carpet going, bitch stole my look.
Justice for Zendaya is crazy. What's next on the dock?
Right.
What else we got?
Last, and then we can get into what you want to talk about.
Come on, college dropout. What you got?
Hey. College graduate.
I'm referring to your
I
outfit,
know,
not
I'm
your
being silly.
academics.
I know what you're talking about Kanye's album. I know.
Come on, late registration.
So, so graduation day.
There's no album called Graduation Day. It's called Graduation.
You're right. Anyway, so okay, Rihanna. Rihanna quite casually.
Let me find it. Go ahead.
Rihanna quite casually. So they start filming you from the time you're at the hotel to the time you like arrive at the Met Gala. So a lot of times you'll see footage. Oh, Rihanna leaving such and such hotel, on her way to the Met Gala.
Brianna pregnant again?
How did you? Have you been living under a rock? You did not know this. This happened since Monday. We found out that Rihanna is pregnant again. And
I
I'm mad
mean,
that I'm trying to announce it here and you look it up before I get to tell you.
I said I was going to look it up. I said let me find it.
Yes. So as Rihanna is before we even see her in this outfit, we see her in whatever her transfer from the hotel to the to the to the Met Gala to the Met. We see her in this outfit and like her belly's peeking out and everybody's like we think Rihanna just announced her pregnancy because this is something that was posted to the internet. It had to be posted by her people because it's inside of the hotel.
Okay.
So it wouldn't have just been like some random. I mean, maybe it was paparazzi, but it wouldn't have been like just some random passerby, you know. So everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, I think Rihanna's pregnant. It looks like Rihanna's pregnant." But you know, people get scared. They don't want to say anything. Then apparently, she did her camp released a statement. So by the time she got to the Met Gala and had on that outfit, everyone knew that she's on baby number 3, which people have been speculating for the last couple of months. Because there
One
was,
thing about
there was,
Rihanna,
huh?
one thing about Rihanna,
Mm-hmm.
she's going to use an important event to tell y'all she's pregnant.
Yes, yes, and I love it. I love it. She's like, no, y'all gonna wait until the first Monday in
I
May.
gotta make sure when I get pregnant that
Yep,
I show up at it like it's a big event
you got
when I
to.
reveal I'm pregnant.
Absolutely, must do that. Must do that because Rihanna said, listen, what I'm gonna do here while everybody's watching is show my baby bump. She hit that baby bump the other day because there was a video of her coming out of Target with her bodyguards. And she was kind of like putting her hand over her belly. That was the first time I heard anybody say they thought she was pregnant. And I was like, get out that lady business. If she don't want to show you her belly, she doesn't want to show you her belly. Whatever.
Right.
Those are my highlights. Lauryn Hill was there. There were a lot of people we know that were there. A bunch. We don't need to get into everybody, but when I say that the blacks were out on Monday night, they were out on Monday night. And I love that. I love that for us. And
Yeah.
I love to see everybody dressing their asses off. I mean, some of them weren't good, but most of them were.
Yeah.
I hear 3 stacks, so I'm gonna let you take the floor.
Well, Andre 3000 showed up with a piano on his back,
Yes, he did.
and people were very confused.
A little bit.
Um, However, he quickly let us know why he had a piano on his back.
Mm-hmm. What did he say?
He put out a statement and
Okay.
said, "Warning, no bars. These piano sketches are improvisations. To conjure them up, I spread my fingers out on the keys and but with purpose, randomly but with purpose, okay? The man said, randomly, randomly but with purpose, move them around until I find something that feels good or interesting.
My mind is chaotic, so I understand what he means, but when you're putting out a statement to the public, that's a contradiction. I can see both sides.
If it feels really good, I will try to repeat it. That's what she said.
All right.
I cannot name which notes, keys, or chords that I'm playing. I simply like the sound and mechanics of piano playing. Some of my favorite music composers and players that inspire me are Thelonious Monk,
Okay.
McCoy Tyner, Philip Glass, Stephen Sondheim. I'm not sure how to
Sondheim.
pronounce that.
Sondheim.
Sondheim, Joni Mitchell, and Vince Guaraldi.
Oh, you seem to go. You don't know what you got till it's gone.
These piano
Johnny
pieces
Mitchell
weren't
never lied.
recorded. I'm sorry?
Johnny Mitchell never lied.
These piano pieces weren't recorded with the intention of presenting them in any formal way to the public. They were personal, at home recordings. I would sometimes text them to my family and friends.
Okay.
Pardon the sound quality. They were all recorded with my iPhone, sitting directly on the piano or my laptop microphone, with the exception with the exception of Blueberries, recorded in studio. And he released some audio for us too. And I'd like to play this audio for the pod. That's not the audio. I apologize. This is the audio. One, bluffing in the snow.
That sounds like that should be a part of a movie score, like somebody running through a hallway and then they get to a door and they can't get through it.
I'm gonna stop it there because it keeps going. But, you know, oh, and there's artwork for the project.
Oh, okay. So Oh, the artwork is him wearing the piano. Kind of
Yeah.
like, oh, is this supposed it just occurred to me when he was playing the flute, he would walk around with a backpack and the flute would be sticking out of his backpack.
Yes.
Interesting. So he's kind of trying to stay true to his normal look, I guess. Carrying his instrument on his back. Even though people were saying that he was trying to say that black people carry the music industry on their back, and I was like, something tells me that's not what this is, but okay. I see how people interpreted it as that. So he went to the Met Gala to promote an album,
Yes.
which will not have rap lyrics.
No bars. 7 piano sketches. That's the name.
So, how do you feel about this? I already know how you feel about this, but please tell everyone. Mind you, just so we're clear, JD did not tell me how he feels about this. I just,
But I
as a
think it's easy
as
to
a
figure out.
as a co-host and a friend, it is obvious to me. Maybe it is not obvious to you. Maybe this is your first time here. Maybe you've been here before. I feel like if you've been here before, then it should be obvious to you as well. But please share with the class how you feel about this. I am indifferent, so I don't have anything to say. But I know you do.
I don't I don't know what to do with Andre 3000. I don't. Because Andre 3000, on one hand, I love the fact that Andre 3000 is like a child who just wants to explore
Yeah.
and experiment and try
Hmm.
things. So as a creative person, part of me loves this. That
Yeah.
Andre 3000 doesn't care what it sounds like, doesn't care if we love it, doesn't care if we want him to rap. He just want to have fun and create stuff.
He doesn't have to care if we love it though, because people are going to consume it regardless, and he knows that.
And so
So there's
part
that.
of me just loves this creativity, the experimentation.
Hmm.
That's part of me.
I love it too. I think it's incredible that he said, you know what, I'm not singular, and there are many things that I can do or things that I want to learn, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it publicly. I respect that very much. I think. Sorry, go ahead. I know you have more.
No, please continue.
No, I was gonna say I think I like this better than when Jake from State Farm, when Drake experiments. I hate it. When Three Stacks experiments, I'm like, yes. Yes, this seems brilliant. This seems like what creative people do, right? And I know that that's biased. Um,
It is.
but
And you're gonna make me cape for Drake. But go ahead.
and that's fine. I'm not saying I think the Drake conversation, and we don't have to get into it, but I think the Drake conversation is just deeper for me because I'm looking for something specific when Drake, you know, puts out his music, and I'm not getting it, and I feel very unfulfilled
But
by
that's exactly how the
Drake.
3000 fans feel.
No, I understand. I was about to say, I'm sure it's the same thing. I'm a Three Stacks fan too. I've been saying just as much as you've been saying. I would love some new music that isn't a flute or a piano. I would love some hip hop from him. Something, you know, he doesn't do features often. We're not getting that either. So of course, but I don't know why. It's just I think it's because we see him out in the world the way you're talking about, the way he seems just like a kid exploring and learning things and learning what he likes and trying things out. I feel I too feel a connection to that in a way that I don't feel that with Drake, and I think the reason is because Drake's not really out in the world doing this stuff. He's just going in the lab and cooking up whatever he cooks up, and then he's putting it out, and it seems almost to me it comes across as, when you listen to it, it comes across as, the Drake fans are going to kill me, but it comes across a little lackluster, and like he just kind of threw something at the wall. um I don't know. Like, it's just different, and I can't explain it. And maybe it's just pure bias, and I'm willing to say that. Um, I like one of them better than the other. That is true. So I'm
And
not.
that's why you feel that way. Because for
Yeah.
Drake to go in the studio with producers and writers and
Hmm.
try stuff, I respect that more than this nigga straight up saying in a press release, Yeah, I only recorded one thing in the studio. The rest of this shit was just on my phone, sitting on top of the piano. Yo, 3 stacks. Stop. Stop. At least Drake goes in the studio and he
He tries to,
tries.
yeah.
He tries. He got a team of
Okay.
writers, he got producers, he's got engineers. The things that people who do music professionally do.
Fair enough.
Like, my nigga, this is not a family gathering and you like, hey guys, while we're waiting for the pot roast to finish, can I just show you guys some shit I've been doing? No, nigga, no. This is not a family gathering where you just bust out your 7-year-old and the recorder. Like, you don't like, at a family gathering,
We
you
all
could do
played
some
the
shit
recorder
like
at
that.
some point in life.
You're right. At a family gathering, you could be like, "Hey, little Jimmy's been playing the recorder. Is it okay if while mom serves the food, he just gives us a little ditty?" No, yeah, nigga. For
No,
7-year-old Jimmy at a family gathering, we'll hear the little ditty where the nigga could barely boo boo boo
no, no.
boo boo.
How about,
Yeah,
how about they used to make my sister bring her violin home from a school because you could like sign it out for the weekend. They used to make her bring it home, the family, I mean, bring it home so she could perform at family events.
and that's acceptable at a
She,
family
she
at a
used
family
to be
gathering. At a
playing
family
her
gathering, that
violin.
that might be fly.
Oh
Maybe
yeah, it was cool, but it was like,
at a family
hello, are
gathering,
y'all paying me? I don't do gigs.
at a family gathering, people usually would not be mad at that.
No, nobody was mad at it. Everybody loved it. I think it was her who was like, "All right, guys, I did it once. We don't
Because
need
it's
to do
cute, right? It's
it." Yes.
cute when the little kid is like, "Oh, let me show you." Even if it's like you and your sibling, we've been
Right.
practicing this dance routine.
Oh, we used to do
Today,
that all the
today
time
the kids bust out
and
the
wear cheap
TikTok. You know what I'm
dresses.
saying? Hey,
Uh huh.
hey, is it cool if we show y'all the latest TikTok dance we've been practicing? And they get there and they do their little thing, and it's,
Hmm.
oh,
Yeah, no,
that's
it's
cute.
cute. My niece teaches herself cheerleading routines, like competitive cheerleading
Exactly.
routines, and then she'll be like, "Let me show you something." And
Right.
she's like there doing all the routines and the flips and things.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 So no, yes, it's cute.
Right. Right. But
It's
but number one, this is not a family gathering.
well, no, I
Number
would argue that the Met Gala was a family gathering on Monday. I'm kidding, but you know what I mean.
number two,
Yeah.
Andre 3000 is not 7.
No.
Number
No.
three,
Or just a minor in general, just not.
number three, Andre 3000 loves to remind us that he's not 7. He told us
Oh.
that
Yeah.
he didn't want to rap because he felt like he didn't want to rap about getting a prostate exam.
I
That
think
is a
that's really
quote.
fly to rap about getting a prostate exam because some of y'all won't do it. Not you. I'm just saying in
That
general.
is a quote. And
Hmm.
so Andre 3000 reminds us, point number three, that he's not 7, that he's actually 50. Okay. And so
I love that he's 50 and he does well
why
in
in the
music.
flying fuck are we hearing a 50-year-old musician, a 50-year-old music artist, a professional music artist, a person who's in the Guinness Book of Records for the #1 ever sold hip hop album
And about to become a rock and roll Hall of Famer.
and about to be a rock and roll Hall of Famer? Why the fuck are we hearing this nigga's experimental iPhone recordings? No, nigga, no, no,
Because it worked the last time he did it. Because the last
no,
time he
no,
did it, it charted. The last
no,
time he did this, it charted. And that is why he's doing it again. Because y'all let him do it, not you. Y'all, you know
no,
who
no. You
you.
let him do it. You, Dash, you came up here and supported the Flute album. So not y'all. You supported him.
I said
And
that
let
I
me
feel
tell
it.
you
I
something.
said that I feel a
Even that
kinship to his creativity and his wanting to
even
explore.
that
I
is
do.
different than this because that he went to a studio and did with professionals. Now this nigga trying to be the new Kanye and say, "Oh, I just tried some shit. I hope you like it." No, kiss my ass, Andre 3000, because this is ridiculous. Go get in the fucking studio and spend some of that money you got from touring and put a professional piece of music together. Don't just fucking record some shit on your phone and put it out. What the fuck is this? Does this look like SoundCloud to you? You want to go tour this piano shit too, probably, right? The same way you said, no, the flute stuff is just fun. I don't have any interest in selling it. I'm never gonna do a tour. And then this nigga's at Roots Picnic and every festival possible with the fucking flute. No, kiss my ass. Go in the
Did you see him
studio.
play the flute? I can't remember.
No, I did not see him play the flute. When I was somewhere where he was going to be playing the flute, I made sure I got the fuck out of there and had no interest and had no way of even hearing one note touch these ears. Not even one note.
Okay. I mean, I didn't. I was just curious. I forgot.
Andre 3000, you are a grown up, not a 7-year old. You are in your 50s. Go be a professional musician if that's what you want to be. You don't want to be a rapper anymore? That's okay. That is fine. Then go be a professional musician. You do not put your fucking iPhone on top of a piano, press record, and then release it to the world as a project. No, no. You are insulting the rest of the musicians that you mentioned inspired you and the rest of us who are creative and take the time and effort to compose a piece of work. You want to freestyle some shit? That is your right. And again, I love that creative piece. But if you're going to put a musical project out, take the time and the money to invest in the project that you want us to consume. Stop insulting us just because you're famous.
Well, and that's what I'm trying to say too. I feel like he is now. I feel like the first time it was, oh, let me throw this at the wall and see what happens. Maybe people will receive it, maybe they won't, and that's that. And I'm okay with them liking it or not liking it. I'm not really worried about that. Although I don't agree with that. I think he is worried about that. But I think he's an artist, and I think artists are sensitive about their. Now, keep in mind that I'm an artist. I think that artists are sensitive about their work, rightfully so. And I also think that the fact some of the things that he has said publicly about even just being concerned about being older and rapping, I think speaks to the fact that he is sensitive about what he creates. But I say all that to say, with the piano now, I think it's on some, oh, y'all received that, and well enough for me to tour it, and I made some coins that I hadn't been making in a while, because he wasn't out touring or doing anything like that before. I think he dipped his toe and got his feet wet, and I think it worked out. And now he's like, oh, I don't even have to work as hard as I did on the last one, the turnout that I got.
That's an insult.
So here we are. No, I agree with that part. I think absolutely. I think it's low hanging fruit for him. He could do whatever he wants creatively, and he knows that people are gonna eat it up. So he doesn't have to. I don't know if it's because is he still signed to a label? I assume not, right? He would be independent, which means he's got to foot a bill if he's gonna hire producers and he's gonna work with people on putting out a fully finished product. This is kind of a loophole for him to just be able to go and do whatever he wants to do and have his fun and make some money off of it. Yeah, that's what this sounds like. Absolutely. Does it mean that he's not like creative and he's not honing into his creativity? No, but do I think that multiple things are true here? Absolutely. So you're not wrong for feeling that way at all. I mean, even if I didn't agree, you're not wrong for having those feelings. But I'm just saying, I'm with you. I think you're right about that. I don't know that I'm mad at him for it, but because I think we get exploited every day in a lot of different ways, and I'm not saying that we should be, but we also got to learn from it. You weren't duped the first time, but I think a lot of people this time around might be like, all right, now, nigga, what you doing? You
That's
know?
all I'm asking.
So I understand. I get it. I still support him being a creative that just kind of wanders the world and does what he wants to do. I wish that I had the
Have
means to do
have
that.
fun. Yeah, listen, have fun and do like you said in your press release. Send it to your family and friends. I
Right.
think that's fly.
Uh huh.
If your friends and family are cool with that, then go ahead. Send them the messed up piano playing notes. But this is like ridiculous at this point. If you're going to put out a project as an adult, you get in the studio and you pay an engineer and you pay the proper people to do the things.
Yeah.
There's broke niggas doing it every day. There's also broke niggas like me. I didn't do this, but there are plenty of people who learn how to use Pro Tools, how to engineer,
Because
and they
it's
take their
available to
free
you.
time, which Andre 3000 has a lot of, clearly. They take their free time
Mhm.
and they learn how to mix the records and they do everything themselves at home with a laptop.
So that's how we
Andre
learn to be good
3000 is
podcasters.
fully capable. Say it one more time for the folks.
I said that's how we learn to be podcasters. Like you okay, everything is not available to you that is available to the wealthy and the powerful, right? But
Right.
there are a lot of things that are available to you, and more often than not, when it comes to being creative, there are ways to do things without having all of the big budget and all of the equipment and whatever. There are ways to get things done. So that
Yeah.
is absolutely true. We would not be podcasters. You would not be someone who makes music. A whole long list of different things that between the two of us we have done just here alone on this podcast is because like it's available to most of us. Some of it, not all of it. I'm not saying like even Pro Tools. When I tried to use Pro Tools, in my mind, like I didn't use it because I felt like I needed to go pay someone to teach me how to use it because it wasn't easy to use. So I understand like certain things may be out of reach, but everything's not out of reach is my point. I hope that didn't sound too
He
get
has,
yourself up by your bootstraps, but
I don't think it did. And that's my point. Today, there are teenagers and young adults in this music industry
mm-hmm.
who really are not part of the music industry. They're people doing exactly what he's saying,
Yeah.
experimenting, creating at home. But those kids, those young adults took the time to learn how to mix the record themselves. They took the time to hone their craft
Right.
and release what they could, the best of their ability to be a polished record. If kids in a basement can do this,
Mm-hmm.
so can Andre 3000. So there's no excuse because we know he has the money to
Mm-hmm.
pay professionals
Yeah.
and we know he has the free time to do it himself if he doesn't want to pay professionals.
Yeah.
To tell you, hey, I put my iPhone on top of the piano and just let the microphone record it
Yeah.
is an insult.
Right.
Don't insult us anymore, Andre 3000. All right, Butterfingers, we out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Weeknights. Let us know in the comments all of your thoughts about the Met Gala, um, about Nicole Kidman, and about, of course, Andre 3000. And we'll see y'all soon. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not. We got to figure that out because I'll be with Kendrick and SZA tomorrow. So I don't know if I'll be here, but maybe Dash will go live. I don't know.
No,
Y'all know.
no, I'm not. I'm not working when you at Kendrick and SZA. Give me a break.
All
I'm trying to
right.
find the live stream so
I
I
was
can
about to
see
say
what
you
you
need me to
see.
live stream from the concert. You know what I'm
Or,
saying?
or you never know. Maybe I'll just snag a ticket tomorrow and show
There you
up.
go. Pull up.
You know,
And make it a family affair. You could play. You could play your viola for us at the family function.
right? You think Kendrick would have me? I think he would. I think
I
he would.
think they would escort you out in cuffs if you tried to play the viola at the concert.
It's the viola, but it's fine.
Anyway,
You
we're
don't
out
have
of
to
here,
be.
ladies and
You don't have to
gentlemen.
be
Thank you
like
for
that.
being here. This has been Weeknights. We'll see y'all soon.
Bye.